friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my June faves and fails. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so grateful to have gotten here, but I'm also confused. How have we gotten here? How have we gotten this far into the year? It is the end of June when I am filming this video and I truly can't believe it. I mean, as of this moment when I'm filming this, it's about to be 4th of July. Like, how? How are we there? I feel like I blinked and the past like month plus has been wild between moving, going on a short vacation for family, and then getting sick for 21 days. As you can tell, hopefully, I am starting to feel more myself. I will still have a cough every now and again, so you may still see some editing that out. But I am, feeling like I can pull myself together and be me, which is so exciting. So I kind of feel like I missed June. So that's going to be very reflective in this faves and fails. Because to be honest, and I feel like I'm not alone in this, tell me if I'm wrong, I feel like through the month of June, that's really when summer really kicks off. Like, kids are for sure out of school, maybe you're going on summer vacations, and things get a little bit maybe more lax. People are just kind of doing their own thing, right? So I feel like the structure of a morning routine of doing makeup can easily fall away, easily. So I'll be honest, in this video, I'm gonna have a variety of things to talk about because I've not been wearing as much makeup, obviously. Between moving, you saw my vlog footage that from moving tiny house to big house, and I'm going to be showing you more of that footage coming up because there's more coming that I have to update you on. Wasn't wearing makeup, and then on a summer vacation, definitely not wearing as much makeup, but I do have some pieces that pulled my ish together for when I needed to maybe go to dinner or be a little bit more presentable that I can't wait to share with you. And then there's being sick, and who's got time for makeup or the energy for makeup when you've been sick? So I've got some fast and easy things for summer that I cannot wait to tell you about that I've already been trying, things that I think before I either told you were fails or things that I was still on the fence about. So I've got some things in here that are going to be perfect for the rest of summer that are, I think some of them are pretty inexpensive, but also things that are just going to be fast and easy for you to be able to put together a look or a little bit of a look. Just kind of look, I don't know, put together, presentable, so you don't feel like maybe you have a full bare face, but then you can go to your summer, go do your things and live your life. But in the process of that, I do have some fails too. And then because I haven't been wearing so much makeup, I've got some lifestyle things, some things for, well, a little bit of wellness and recovery that I wanted to share with you guys because so many of you shared them with me, and I'm so grateful for my online community, especially on my Instagram, because if you do not follow me there, you can follow me right here. That's really where I've been connecting one-on-one a lot with you guys through the past month since I have been so sick, haven't been feeling well to actually film a lot of times. You guys have been great about giving me your recommendations, your thoughts on things, and we've talked about makeup and other fun things as well. I've got some lifestyle things, some Target things, I think some Amazon things, hair things, good smelly things, all of the things. So you know what to do right now, right? Because come on, it's going to be our chatty girl time. It's the 4th of July weekend when I'm posting this. So grab your tea, grab your snack, grab your water, get comfy, maybe put it in a fun glass, and let's dive into all of this goodness together. Cheers! And again, in case you missed my last BoxyCharm video, I am going to be linking that above. I put together just this little bit of a background set here because I kind of felt like because I haven't been well enough to go shopping or to even kind of figure out what I want to do with my background space just yet or the rest of this beauty room yet, I didn't want you guys just kind of seeing me in a void. To me, that's really weird because I'm used to having a bit more of a lifestyle background. So I do have my little plant back here. This is a more narrow space, so I kind of have to be mindful so I don't feel like I'm back in my tiny beauty space where I don't have any room. So right now I do have a plant that usually lives in my entrance area over there that's really sunny for this plant, but I thought it's nice to have a little bit of color in here. And I just kind of moved my chair that I'm going to be talking about in this video over as well because this is a new favorite of mine and it's a nice little piece for the background at the moment, but I'm still pulling all this together. So thank you guys so much for your patience as we are growing and putting this room together. I'm so excited, and I love all of your tips and ideas for this beauty room, so keep them coming. I appreciate it. First, let's talk about some makeup, right? Because this is a beauty channel, and that is really where I have been sort of trying some things or rediscovering things for the summer months, and I have some fails. I have some fails that I didn't think were going to be fails, or that are normally my favorites, and because of outside circumstances, they became fails. So I got to figure a few things out in here. Let's talk about some summer makeup. Let's talk about some things that we can put our faces together with, right? Okay, some of these things you've heard me talk about before, and that's okay because now is the season. I really think they're going to shine and be very prevalent, top of mind products. First and foremost, let's talk about how maybe you don't want to wear makeup. Maybe you really just don't have the energy, or you're going to be doing a beach day, a pool day, but you want to just tweak just a little bit. You want to look like you're a little bit more filtered, especially maybe under the eyes, because I don't know about you guys, but that's absolutely where I tend to show where I'm a little bit more tired or worn or ragged or whatever it is, sick. I hated this product at first. Hated. I think I talked some serious smack about it, and then honestly, I started figuring out ways that it works best for me. And I took this product with me on vacation before I got sick, and I have to say, I think this product really redeemed itself for me this year specifically. And summer is when I'm going to be pulling this out the absolute most. And I have to honestly thank a BoxyCharm for this, because I got it and I talked mad smack about it in a BoxyCharm video, and now I love it. So, you know, it all comes around. This, my friends, is the Tarte Shape Tape Glow Wand. And when I was first talking some smack about this, some of you guys in my comments are always amazing, and you were like, girl, let me tell you some other ways to try it than what you're trying it for. Because I was thinking this was going to be like my Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector, based off what the card was saying about it, the claims. And while I think it does do that, it's a different animal. It's a different beast. And I'm going to explain how you can use this product if you have it in your collection from BoxyCharm as well, or maybe you already own it, or you're thinking, I just need something to pull me together this summer, but I don't want to do the full makeup thing. This is going to help. I thought this was a concealer. I thought this was an under eye brightening corrector. What this little baby does is it really does make everything under the eye look, we're gonna go with the term glow that they have on here, but I feel like glow for me is not the right term and where it gets confusing. I would say this is more illuminating, because if I was doing even a beach day, but I knew I was going to need to do lunch with the family, or I was going to dinner after a long day at the beach or the pool, and I was like, I don't have my energy for this, I would just put this under my eyes and a little across my face as well. You could do your whole face in this if it works well for you. I tend to just place this under the eyes and across the nose specifically. So you put this on, and then you just kind of like dab it in. You spread it around, and again, I'm going to remove the word glow and call it illuminating and natural, because then what it does is it just makes your skin look like it's a healthy illumination. And yeah, you could use the word glow there, but I feel like a lot of us think of glow as like that highlighter or that blingy shoulder moment. And this, it does brighten to kind of like help it really deflect from the darkness maybe you have under your eyes. It definitely conceals the darkness that maybe you have in your trouble spots. And women specifically, because of hormones around our nose, we tend to get a little red or discolored. This can mask that, but still make you look like you have that summer healthy vibrance to your skin. And that's really all you need to go. I use this a ton on my family holiday vacation, and I have found on the days that maybe I just don't have it in me to pull it together for whatever reasons going on behind the camera, I can just apply this exactly where I was saying and be done with it. Maybe put down a little bit of powder and some brows and go about my day, and it makes it super fast and easy. I am shocked at how much I liked this over the summer break that I just had. So I definitely wanted to tell you, this is like gonna be my summer secret weapon to conceal the darkness, but also conceal the freckles, and not fully conceal the freckles though. It's just enough to make my skin look healthy and look maybe like I'm, you know, just got a healthy body glow to me. So that's where the glow could come in. I'll give the name, okay? But it's just, when you hear the word glow, you think maybe it's a highlighter, maybe it's more glow than you're anticipating. So I have found this has worked really, really well. I like it a lot. Shocked me because I was talking mad crap about it. Even just the back of my hand right now, it looks kind of like that wet juiced up look that just looks healthy. And that's what your, you know, trouble areas on your face or your whole face could look like. Now, if you want just a bit more, and all I have on today, and I have some footage for you, is some of my favorite tinted moisturizers. That's right, I have no foundation on, and I'm gonna lean in close to my camera lens here so you can see what my face looks like. Now, yes, I have powders on, and yes, I have a few other things I'm gonna be telling you about, but I have no base foundation on. This is all a tinted moisturizer. You do not see my dark circles. You don't see all of my freckles that definitely pop out in the summertime. And you've seen them a lot in my vlogs when I'm just looking. I don't have any foundation on, and it is from my 3 favorite tinted moisturizers. And I've even had some friends like from college and high school reach out to me asking me, hey, what's a good tinted moisturizer you like for the upcoming summer? So I've told them all 3 of these, and I'm gonna tell them to you guys again. And I know you've heard of some of these, but come on, they're so good. The first one I'm going to tell you about is something I did get from a boxy. This is the Studio Makeup Tinted Moisturizer. This one's pretty light. This is formulated with hyaluronic acid, so it's also going to be good for my acne-prone skin. I do like to do a couple of pumps of this, but because it is a little bit paler, I then go in with some of my favorite PUR 4-in-1 tinted moisturizers. I discovered this last year and told you guys I couldn't believe how much coverage I can get from a tinted moisturizer. I have 3 different colors because anytime I see them in the BoxyCharm pop-up, I was purchasing them quite regularly. Today I have on the LG3 because I am a bit paler right now from being indoors the past month. But I think I put on a little bit of MN3, which is more of a medium shade. And then I also have a tan shade as well. This is honestly my go-to. If I know I need some coverage, but I don't want to put on a full foundation, I need something a little bit lighter, this is my favorite right now. And I know sometimes with PUR Cosmetics, it's kind of like a hit or miss brand for a lot of people. I wasn't expecting to love this as much as I have or seen as much coverage with it, but still feeling natural on my skin, not feeling weighed down, not feeling tacky. I love this stuff so darn much. And then there's a really high-end brand that I have to tell you about because it is something I like. I think I have 4 different shades because this brand sent them to me, but this is something I did bring with me on my trip for maybe wanting a little bit more color and a little bit more, I think this has a little bit more dew to it than the PUR Cosmetics one. This is the Caliray Free Dreaming Tinted Moisturizer. Now this one is very liquidy at first when you are using it. You definitely have to shake it well to thicken it up. I will give you these tips for sure. It's also on the packaging. You can get this at Sephora. I think it's a little bit of a newer brand, but I do really like these products as well. They are a little bit thinner, I think, but again, they're also dewier, as you can tell here. I'm using it more on the bottom part of my hand here to try to stay away from the Tarte product. But I think you can see, it gives you some nice healthy glows to you. For this one, I can still see more of my freckles through it than I can the PUR product, so it kind of depends on what I'm looking for that day. And then sometimes, I'll be honest, I also mix these 2 up because why not? I want to see what it looks like on my skin, and I've liked that look as well. It just kind of depends on what I'm going for. So as far as tinted moisturizers go, you guys, these are the 3 that I have used a ton, can recommend for this summer, and stuff I've already pulled out. And again, I'm wearing these 2 on my face today. I have on no foundation. It can build up to that much coverage, which is wild to me. Totally wild, and 'tis the season, you know, when we want to feel lighter, we just want to put on a little bit and go. Now, I gotta talk about a fail that sucks because this is a brand I love. You love it. I have raved about this product forever, but I have noticed the past few times that I've ordered from the brand ColourPop, I feel like their components and their packaging has been the downfall. Sometimes it's also the product, for sure. But right before my vacation, I'm going to set up the scene for you because this was a whole moment. What I tend to do is I get my makeup bag and I put everything in it the night before I'm going to be traveling and put in everything I can think of. And then what I do the next morning when I'm traveling, travel day, I set it all out on my vanity and I use only what is in that makeup bag. So that way at that moment when I'm still in my beauty space, I can be like, oh, I forgot a brow product. Oh, I forgot whatever. And then I can troubleshoot from there, add to the bag and leave for the holiday and feel like I'm set up for success. You know what I mean? So I do that. This has been a practice I've done for years. I pulled out all my stuff and it was probably like 4:40 in the morning. It was super early. And I go to use my favorite concealer from ColourPop. And this is my no filter concealer. This is not a stranger if you are a friend of the channel. And holy cow, the doe foot just plops out and it falls off. And I was like, what? No, what am I gonna do? So I was able to push it back into the little stick here. And I was like, okay, I think I can use it still if I'm very gentle with it, but luckily I was home. So I had also just done a repurchase. So this is gonna be part of my faves while I'm still talking about a fail. Are you keeping with me? I'm sure you are. You guys are smart. I had just repurchased the e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer because I did find I liked this much more than the matte, even though I have oily skin. I think this is great. I ended up, thank goodness, because I had done my little ritual, pulling this into my travel bag because I knew I could trust it. I love the wear, I love the coverage, I love how light it still is and how blendable it is, but this isn't nearly as brightening for me as the ColourPop, so I was pretty sad. I was like, okay, well I'm gonna bring them both and see what I can work with. And I was still able to use the doe foot on my concealer a touch. I had to be very gentle and sometimes it would pop back out and I could stick it back in. But then this morning, I was planning to do this video and I was filming some B-roll for you to be able to see me in action. And the doe foot completely broke off. And I thought, okay, well, this is, showing you guys live on camera. That sucks. But then I realized it actually broke off into the stick here, so I could not reattach it. I couldn't stick the base of the doe foot back in because it broke off at the base. So it's completely done for, and I still have product in here. So I'm gonna be I don't know, trying to find I think I have another one right now to stick another doe foot in here. And I don't think I have any others that fit because all my other ones are very large components, so they won't fit into the small tube. Yeah, I keep kind of looking through all of my concealers and they're all thicker and chunkier because that seems to be where the concealer components are going, and these are thin and narrow, so I don't have anything else to fit in here. I mean, I'll have to buy another one, I guess, so I can use up the rest of this, but I'm just I feel like I'm rewarding ColourPop for having a bad component, having to buy it again to finish this one up and then use the next one. But I do love the product, I do. But that was a huge fail and a huge big bad bummer. Not a way you want to start your vacation. Also, not the way I wanted to start today, putting my makeup on and then finding out it's now not fixable and I gotta buy another one. I'm bummed. To be honest, totally bummed about that. ColourPop, you did me dirty there. I love you. Stop with the components. I've had problems with the components on a few of the other things, like their brow pencils as well, where the spoolie will break off and things like that for a long time, but I could always make that work. But man, what do you do when the doe foot breaks and you don't have anything else that'll fit into the tube? The struggle. First world problems, absolutely. But still, that was a big bad bummer, but I was really grateful, like I just said, that I had already purchased my e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer because I do really love this. I love the coverage. I love how it fits on the skin and it doesn't feel like it's weighing the skin down. You can tap it out and it looks nice. It just doesn't have the same brightening effects that I love with the ColourPop. So the e.l.f. was the winner for me throughout the month when I needed a concealer. This is what I grabbed for because I couldn't use my ColourPop at all now. And I will say the e.l.f. is just a touch cheaper too than the ColourPop, which I love me some drugstore. Everything is expensive right now. So when I can pull out something from the drugstore that's easy to get and reliable and trustworthy, girl, you know I'm going for that. It is too expensive out there right now. Too expensive. Ooh, okay, so speaking of needing amazing products on a deal, let's talk about $1. $1 powder that has shooketh my world, that I have stopped even purchasing my old trusty reliable drugstore powder from CoverGirl because I have loved this powder to the point that I am almost finished with it and need to buy another one. But it's only $1, so I don't feel like that's a problem. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? This is not only the powder that I absolutely traveled with on my summer holiday vacation in the beginning of the month, end of May, into the beginning of June, but this is also the powder I haven't stopped using since I got it this spring, and I did a full $1 makeup review with you guys, and I need to get more products from this brand because holy cow, they're so quality and so inexpensive. This is the AOA Perfect Studio Finishing Pressed Powder. I mean, can we just for a moment take a look at the pan that has evolved onto this palette, like to this pan, like to this compact? I cannot. Simply because it's not like these are easy to go through. And you guys know I have gone through so many of my CoverGirl Advanced Radiance powders. Love, love, love them. What I do with this particular powder, because there is, there's good and bad to all products, I feel like. Ugh. I'm looking for the correct brush that I use this for. So what I will do is take this little paw style brush, pick up the powder. Now it is loose. You can see some of it fluttering around right now. There's some kickback in the pan. What I love to do with this very pigmented, yet creamy, yet blendable, yet smooth powder is start under the eyes and down the nose. Right after I do either a foundation or a tinted moisturizer and concealer, I immediately go down my nose and under the eyes to powder because I am an oily skin girl and I can immediately get lines and creasing. And this keeps all of that at bay. It makes all of it smooth, easy, blendable. I can do it with just this small little brush here, or sometimes I could go into something a little bit bigger and dust it all over the face, but I do try to do details first because I want to set down my trouble spots. And this powder just does it for me. I just organically stopped reaching for the CoverGirl because I was like, oh, this is here on top and I like it. Oh, this is good. Sometimes it's not even like what you're being mindful to use. It's where your hand automatically goes to grab for because you've liked how it's worked. You've liked the elastability, how you've not had to do touch-ups throughout the day, things like that that just organically happen. This is just what I kept reaching for. And I am down to barely anything. My color, if you are curious, is 154 beige, and I feel like this has worked great for me through spring and summer. Granted, I am a bit pale right now, but this has been totally my jam. I love this quite a bit. Haven't stopped using it, traveled with it, planning to buy another one, and they're $1. Again, the world is expensive right now. It's expensive everywhere for everything. So where I can still feel beautiful and put together and not break the bank, girl, you know. I'm going to tell you about it. I love it. And if you have any other recommendations from the AOA line, because this is the Shop Miss A line, if I didn't say that, which I don't think I did, but I will link it below. It's the Shop Miss A line that you could get online. Like, I know sometimes it's easier to go into a store for color matching and things like that, but for $1, I mean, I'm doing the investigative research for you, friends. Save your money. Save your money. Okay, so something else that was a bit of a fail for me, and it's gonna be kind of still in that concealer category, is something that I got from a beauty box. I think it may have been from the Chic beauty box that I got last month. It was so watery. Like, it was like a waterfall was coming out of this product and all over my face. And I do my makeup in the pattern of foundation and then concealer. So I felt like it was like washing away all my concealer. I even put it in my thumbnail. I was like, what is wrong with this? And I tried, because I did see reviews on this, it being pretty like a wet product. So I was shaking it like crazy to make sure that maybe it would mix and it would do what it needed to do properly. And it was still a waterfall on my face. This is the Laura Geller Filter First Luminous Concealer. This is not something that I think I'm going to be keeping in my collection because this was a waterfall on my face. It waterfalled all over my arm. Let's see even now. I'm just over here shaking it. I've been shaking it a little bit while I was talking about it. It's had time to settle. It's had time to oxidize, thicken up, do whatever it's going to do as a product because I have used it and it's been a couple weeks. Oh, it's not nearly as wet now. maybe it was just that first initial, I don't know, opening. Maybe it needed to thicken up. It is darker for me, but hopefully, you know, it is summer. Hopefully I'm going to be getting outside soon. But this is still feeling wet actually on my arm. So where I just applied this patch, I can feel it. So I'm just kind of curious if it starts to dry. Oh, it is kind of dripping down the side there, as you can see. This is just kind of a messy product. And I like Laura Geller. I have some products in my collection that I've told you about for years, raved about them, really enjoy them. For some reason, this one just is not sticking with me. And I also don't like how this is actually showing like every line and crease on my arm. I don't know if you can see that. I definitely don't want the lines under my eyes to be that prominent. So, I don't know, maybe that since it's not a waterfall right now, maybe I'll give it another try. But that's really made me not want to use this when I showed you guys on camera how wet and how just liquidy this whole product was, no matter what I did, no matter how much I shook it. So I guess you just have to own it for a while after you use it, let it sit for a month, and then try it again. That seems weird too, you know? That seems weird. Maybe it's just drying out now. I don't know. Seems weird. If I buy something, I want to be able to use it like right away. You know what I mean? The concealers are failing this month. What is the deal? Next, I'm going to be kicking it back over to another drugstore product that I may have told you guys about once, maybe twice, maybe not at all. I can't honestly remember, but this is a drugstore fave for me now. I don't know if I will not purchase this anytime soon, especially through the summer, because this is going to be another one of my fast summer tips if you need to put together a little bit of brow, because I'm one of those people that did way too much dirtiness to my brows in the 90s. I plucked them way too thin. I admit it now. Gen Z, learn from your predecessors. I know some people really love the thin brow look. For me, if they can still all look cohesive, that's one thing, but it doesn't look cohesive. It doesn't look like it's on the same line at all naturally when I don't have things on. So, because I was an over tweezer, over plucker, back in my youth, one of the things that I always love is some decent brow products before I go out the door. But I don't ever want to spend a lot of time on my brows because, you know, it's not my favorite part. It's really, really not. So I like something that's going to be fast, easy, and give where I need to a little bit more oomph and volume. And this e.l.f. Wow Brow is really inexpensive and really packs a punch. Let me tell you. I have loved this. I feel like I have said wow brow on camera before, so I feel like I have talked about this at some point, probably through the spring. I can't believe how much this will actually fill in the brows. I do have a clip of me using this product this morning. I did have in a little bit of pencil just to kind of get some stuff going, because usually when I'm coming on camera, I need my brows to be a little bit darker. So that's really why. But if in person, all I need to do is run around and do some errands, and I want to just use a little bit of these products like the Tarte Shape Tape Glow Wand for under the eyes to kind of like make me look like I'm healthy and glowing, and then put in this brow product, I can get up and go and feel like I still can be presentable. Because when my brows are not on at all, I feel like I just look a wreck. I really do. It's just my own personal pet peeve about myself. So I like to have a little bit more upfront, specifically because that's where I tortured them in my teens and 20s, is right up front. I feel like the middle and the back end can be fine, but it's just that front end where I gotta really, you know, give it some more love and give it some volume and actual hair looking things. But this looks so natural in person. I feel like on my trip and when I'm running around doing some like house stuff, all I need to do is put this into my brows. That's all I need. I don't need a pencil. I don't need any powders, because this looks super natural and it doesn't distract me and it doesn't make me feel like I look a wreck. Okay, y'all, let's talk about some blushes and bronzers. And this is where I'm gonna have a fave and a fail. So with the good comes the bad. I've been trying some makeup here and there. And right now, this is brand new to my collection, so I just have to tell you, because I haven't been feeling my best, and I love how this powder makes me feel my best and makes me feel like my skin actually looks good and smooth, considering I've been sick and gross and my skin has not looked that great the past month. This product is making me so happy right now. So happy, and I'm really glad I just got it in a boxy charm. I'm hoping I still love it through July, so this may be a little preemptive, but anything that's making me feel good right now, I'm telling you about. This is the, well, new to me, Viseart Bronzer Noix. How do you say Noix? I feel like I should know that.
Noix.
Noix. That's probably how I'm supposed to be saying it. So this is the Bronze Noir from Viseart, which sounds way fancier anyway. Packaging is super fancy as well. It's got magnetic pieces to it that helps it lock up and be secure when you're putting it in your purse, in your drawers, wherever you're putting it. I love this formula, this color. Applying this bronzer every time I've done it is so smooth and easy, and it builds beautifully on itself. I can deepen it up, but also I can keep it looking super natural. I feel like I have added so much today, but it doesn't like allow it to look too much. It's super creamy, super blendable. I'm trying to make sure I go higher with my bronzer because apparently that's what we're doing these days, is we're going higher to lift the cheekbones, which sounds amazing. Also using it on my clavicle and things like that. I feel like this is so creamy. This is so beautiful. I love it on the skin. I love how I can build it, but it still doesn't go crazy. I love the coloration of this bronzer. I got another bronzer from Boxy that was just a lot deeper, a lot more orange toned. And I love when a bronzer can just look like your skin, but smooths it out. Gives it that nice creamy glow that makes it look like you don't have pores, when you're like, girl, if you could see them up close in person, you'd be like, I don't know about that. Love this. This has become a new favorite for me. I know I just got it, but I feel like I needed to tell you because now I have a not so favorite, and I'm pretty sure it was this product. I feel like my brain's a little fuzzy still, but a lot of you guys in my comment section, when I told you this is not working for me, it did not work on top of my foundations when I tried it on camera for you. I think this is from a BoxyCharm. You guys were like, girl, we all tried that. It was just not working. So if you are someone who could make this work, tell us. But I also just think I'm a powder girl, and creams and liquids specifically aren't really my jam when it comes to face products after I've already done other stuff. I was really shocked how much I liked the Iconic London that I just got from a BoxyCharm. But that made me hesitant when I was trying it because I didn't like this Ciate London blushed, dewy blush, glossy cheek tint. And maybe this is something that's supposed to just be used with something like this where it's very basic, you're not planning to do a lot of makeup, and when I'm doing a BoxyCharm video, I'm probably trying multiple things, so that could have been the issue. So if you like this in any capacity, let me know how you like to apply it. Is it was just something basic like this and not a full face? When I tried this, it was pulling makeup. It wasn't looking right. It was also comes out like way darker. Like I do not think with this packaging, it should be this dark, but it is. So I feel like they need to give you a swatch on the bottle or something. And then it feels very goopy. Oh yeah, I think it felt really tacky on my skin and wet. And I ended up having to doing a lot of powdering. I don't know. This just really was not anything I was loving. So it kind of makes me hesitant sometimes when I get something like this that doesn't work great to try other things, but I did like this Iconic London version. It worked pretty well on all of my other makeup that I had, and then I could keep adding to. Whereas with this, it felt like it was detracting my makeup, didn't do as well. So this is a fail for me, guys. Tell me if there's better ways you like it, but this on my, and it could be my skin type, my oily skin, big bossy pores, did not do well. Made everything keep moving, slipping, looking too shiny. I don't know, just wasn't my thing. Something I'm trying to wash off all of this makeup that I'm telling you about, not that it's a lot because like I said, it's summer and we're kind of tend to go a little bit lighter with the makeup anyway, but something that I am trying for specifically taking off some of the makeup and removing some of the day's wear on the face is something that Peach and Lily actually sent me. And you guys know I have loved Peach and Lily forever. Their glass refining serum I've talked about for years on my channel. They sent me this ginger melt oil cleanser, and this is supposed to be something that's supposed to help you clarify your face. So I've tried it when I wasn't wearing makeup, which was way more often this past month, and it was pretty decent, but I didn't notice anything spectacular necessarily. But this dissolves, clarifies, and cleanses, so I think this is actually really good when I'm wearing makeup. Yesterday, I had on a full face of makeup for the first time just because I wanted to and to feel normal, and this did a good job of taking everything off, even my mascara, and I was wearing a mascara that's kind of tough to get off, so it was kind of like trying to stick under the eyes, but it was getting it off, and that was the important thing to me. So I feel like this is a really great product if you like certain products that are harder to get off, like a mascara or a red lip or something like that. And this is definitely something I'm gonna keep trying kind of throughout, just to let you guys know my thoughts and the best ways to cleanse your face, because even in summertime, sometimes you gotta switch up what you're using for what's going on, you know what I mean? So this is something I am trying and I like so far for makeup days. Now I gotta tell you about some amazing lifestyle things, and I need to say I love the Mel Tea Soap Company's line. I have loved their soaps for so long, and I've told you about them on my channel a really long time. And she's so sweet. Mel herself sent me a nice, beautiful care package for the spring and summer, and that's when I got it, and then I moved house, and then I was gone, and then I got sick. So this is a little delayed, and I apologize to Mel because she is fantastic, and her brand is amazing, and running a small business is not easy. So the fact that she took the time to send me more of her soaps, I am so appreciative of. This is just PR. She just wanted me to have it because she knows I rave about these products, and she knows Adam is obsessed, and he's always wanting to know, do we have any more of those Mel Tea soaps? I've not let him touch this box because I knew I hadn't been able to film my video, and I'm so sorry, Mel. And so it's just been torture for Adam. Everyone feel a little bad for Adam. I got sick, but everybody feel bad for Adam. God, story of our lives as wives, isn't it? Y'all, and this time, oh my gosh, the smell of this whole box is so clean and fresh. And she even has like little mini soaps now to go along with her big ones. I am obsessed. Her brand is so good. Oh, that smells so clean and fresh. Oh, fresh spring water. And as soon as I smelled this, it smells amazing. This is a small company based out of my hometown in St. Louis. And I am obsessed with the Mel Tea Soap Company. I think their products are so luxurious. I think they're so well made and crafted. These are artisan soaps that honestly, I don't know how she does this witchcraft where it's so amazing. This one here is April Showers, and this one was one of Adam's favorites last year. Truly one of his favorites. And she makes them so cute and designed so well. Look at that. Look at the umbrella etched into here. Oh, obsessed. She also lovingly packages all of her soaps and sends them to everybody like this. Like this packaging and this care packaging is how she does this for everyone, not just me. Oh, this is a big version of the fresh spring water, the little small one I had there. That's so nice. Oh, and it matches my outfit. We're just going with the green vibe today. What is this? Brown sugar banana kiwi whip. Can we just hold on here. Oh, it looks like a little smoothie with this straw coming out. Like if you have a guest bath, like how cute would this be? Just chilling in your bathroom for them to use for their hand soap. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, I smell the kiwi. It smells like fresh, real kiwi. Oh my God, brown sugar? Oh, I want this scent in a perfume. Can I have one of those for like a summer perfume, please? How adorable. How adorable. I just cannot get over this. I love supporting a small company as well because y'all, there's so many big companies out there that do things that they kind of just don't maybe put the love and care into them. Is this a strawberry on top? This looks like a strawberry on top. Strawberry honeysuckle spritzer. Like who comes up with these amazing, these sounds like amazing drinks, don't they? How do you make a soap smell clean and fresh but fruity and tropical? Like I want to drink it, but then I also want to bathe in it. Like that is a skill. That is a skill, and I am so grateful for Mel. And then she has these small ones as well. This one here is Rum by the Fire. One of the other ones I love in the fall. So good. I love that she has these small little versions now. These are so great. Oh, this has been one of my favorites for a really long time, so I absolutely had to bring these up for summer because honestly, I give like gifts like these to other people. Like my cousin also just moved to my area, and for a welcome gift, because moving is a sweaty mess, especially in the summer, I gift like these type of gifts because I think it's amazing. So the fact that they even come with a variety of sizes now and scents, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. Thank you so much, and definitely check out the Mel Tea Soap Company down below in my links. I love her. Okay, and y'all, I showed you some video footage of what was going on with my beauty space, and Target had the perfect chair for my tiny beauty space. And now anyone who has sat in this chair is like, this is so comfy, but it also looks beautiful. It doesn't take up a lot of space. This is something I have become obsessed with in my beauty space, and I've almost just been like, should I go find another spot, go buy another one of these chairs and find another spot in my house for it, because I have loved it so much. It's my Joselyn accent chair. Again, I got it at Target. I find last time I looked, it was sold out in a lot of online places, but you could still pick it up in a lot of stores. So I'm just gonna link it below if you happen to like this neutral style and like the really cool looking golden legs on this. It's super comfy, super cozy to sit in and relax in. Cooper was sitting in it the other day because he's so cute and he likes to hang out with mommy when she's working. This is something that I was so grateful to find, because when you're putting together a room and a space, you're always like, I need this specific thing and I don't know if this exists. And when I saw this chair, I was like, that's gonna be perfect. I even like took a picture of it and just sat on the idea of it, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go buy this. This one was a little pricey. This was $200. But because one, we don't have a lot of furniture in this house yet, and two, this is gonna be something I use all the time, I really wanted it to be a comfortable piece for me to be able to use, sit in, those kind of things. So really loving that right now, and it's a great Target find. I love when I can actually go to a store and see something that looks quality, feels luxurious, and actually is a nice piece, especially for like Target, because it's a high-end store, but it's not like a Nordstrom. It's not like it's a furniture store, so I really appreciated that. Now, still talking about the summer life, and we have months of summer left to go. When I was on my family vacation, I was trying to keep the sun off my face and off my hair. I get my hair colored. We've talked about this before. I actually have an appointment this week to get my hair colored. And when I am in the sun and I live in the sunshine state, my hair tends to pull lighter. And apparently that's not something everyone's hair does. I did not know this. My hairstylist just told me that. She's like, oh, yeah, I never have this problem. And she has really dark hair. She's like, but you know, some people, their hair just lightens in the sun. And I was like, my hair has always lightened in the sun, always. So I tend to pull into some of my favorite summer vibes to kind of go with a swimsuit, go with a look, and it is some hats and some scarves. And these are just items that I have found on Amazon. I love just a nice, easy hat that I feel like in travel, you gotta be able to beat it up a little bit. And when you're on the beach, sometimes you're rough with things, because it would be really nice if we could live all in that Pinterest and Instagram world where everything was so perfectly placed, where you don't have to worry about it. It's just gorgeous. No, when I was traveling with this hat specifically, I didn't want to put it in my suitcase necessarily, because I was worried it was gonna like flatten it as far as the structure goes and mess up the brim a lot. But I did like end up tossing it around, shoving it in a bag, you know, and like a beach bag kind of thing. You know, you're out in the heat with it. You got to be able to be a little rough with certain things like this. And I feel like this hat has held up really well like a champ. I'll have it linked below for you in my Amazon links, as well as some scarves. I only brought one scarf, I think, with me, but I bought a 4-pack last summer off of Amazon, and I was like, let's just see, because I wanted to be able to do some hair looks with it. I wanted to be able to accessorize with it, and I was definitely able to do that on this trip, and it just kind of felt like elevating a very basic swimsuit or a look, but also protecting my hair from the very bright sun. And I was also protecting my skin and my face from some things as well, because sometimes I would wear the scarf around my head and have the hat on as well, because it also helped with frizzy flyaways. Things like that. So I'll have the scarves I've purchased from Amazon, and I love wearing for style and protecting my hair, and these fun little hats below as well. So now I'm going to tell you about some things that I personally love, something I've used for a really long time, and some things that I used to get me through this past month, to be perfectly frank with you, because this has kind of been a really crappy past month for me in June, which stinks because I love summer. So there's been some things I've needed to do to just kind of get me through. When I was sick with COVID, I had to kind of quarantine from my husband, because he does leave the house to work in a medical field of sorts. So I didn't want him to get sick if we could avoid it, and he never got sick, thank goodness. So he didn't take it into his coworkers or to his patients or anything like that. So I was pretty much quarantined in the bedroom for a month. So one of the main things that got me through was my noise canceling headphones. And this sounds weird because also in the summer, I feel like we also listen to a lot of music. Maybe you're going to the beach, maybe you're going to the pool. And my noise canceling headphones saved my butt through travel, because on airplanes too, but also, if I was being loud just now, sorry. But also just like hanging out in the bedroom, because even though we're in a bigger house than we were in my tiny house, it doesn't mean you can't hear competing televisions from the living room to the bedroom. So a lot of times, Adam would be watching TV with his noise canceling headphones and connected to our smart TV, and I would do the same with our smart TV in our bedroom. And that's honestly how I got through this past month, because I wore these all the time. They keep a really long charge. These are a Sony version, and I think they're really high quality. This is kind of a pricier item, but this has definitely stood up to the test of time. I've had these for a year now, and they have definitely lasted. They're really great at kind of like synchronizing to what room you're in to cancel out some noise. So that way, if it's different on a plane versus in the bedroom, you know what I mean? There's different noises it needs to keep out, and this will adjust to those. You just have to like hit one button and it customizes, which is amazing. These are really how I got through, between listening to audiobooks on the beach, on an airplane, watching a movie, or in the bedroom just trying to watch TV to get off my TikTok phone for a while. These saved my life this past month. So I feel like this is a true thing. Like if I wasn't wearing makeup, you know, and I was doing stuff sick or whatever, these got me through and they work like a charm. If you need to drown out some other noise. Also, when were y'all gonna tell me hair clips were back? I have one in my hair today. Mostly because, again, I have a hair appointment, and this stuff needs to be managed. So do my nails. Don't look at those. I have gone back to the 1990s hair clips. I bought some right before vacation, and I'm like, why didn't you do this sooner? Why haven't you just owned these this whole time? Because when you have a lot of hair, sometimes you just need to get it off your neck. You need to be able to do stuff. I went back and got some clips from Target. I love these. I'm sure you can buy them on Amazon. I'm sure you can buy them anywhere. It's simple, easy, but I mean, I'm like, why did I stop using them? It's kind of like the scrunchie situation. When I went back to using a scrunchie, I'm like, why did we stop using some of these things? Just because they went out of trend? If they're functional, who cares? Also, when I had COVID, I started to lose my senses, and I freak out when that stuff happens. That's one of the big reasons I didn't want to get it, other than the fact I was concerned I'd get really sick. I'm so lucky that I didn't get, hospitalized or anything worse than that by any means, because I know that really affected so many people, and my heart breaks for that. I was trying to figure out what to do to keep my senses or get my smell and taste back, because there was like a day or two where I was like, is it ever going to come back? I was freaking out because I have friends who've never gotten their scent back or their taste back, and that scares me so much. So I started asking you guys on Instagram for all of your tips, all your ideas. What did you do? What have your friends done? Please help me. I don't know what to do. And I gotta say, it's so amazing to have this online community here on my YouTube channel and on my Instagram. And I hope you go follow me over there, because I chat with you guys even more over there. It was so helpful, because again, my family lives in the Midwest. Adam and I live here, so it just kind of feels like sometimes, like you're just like, a lot of my friends were still in the Midwest, so I'd be messaging them, or I have friends here too, but I was like, have you ever had this? And they didn't have the issue, so I was like, I need the pool of collectiveness. Tell me what you know. And you guys came through. A lot of you guys told me to start doing some breathing exercises and start doing what we call smelling therapy. So I got out my essential oils. My mom had sent me some at Christmas, so I had 2, and then I purchased some more based off your recommendations. And doing a smelling test and putting myself through a smelling therapy every day, multiple times a day, really helped. So I was using some. These were just ones my mom sent me from doTERRA, but I ended up getting some online as well that were the stronger scents, like peppermint oil and things like that. That has helped a bunch. And I feel like I'm still getting more and more of my senses back, because some things, like the other night, Adam handed me a candy that was a multiple flavors, and it was pineapple and coconut. At first there was nothing for me, and then there was coconut. So I'm like, I hope I can taste pineapple again. I love pineapple. It's these things about this that freak me out. But one of the things that really started, I could smell immediately, and it made me feel a sense of relief, was my favorite perfume. I've talked about this before, but this is why this is one of my favorites this month, because not only is it my favorite perfume that I brought with me on vacation, it's a big bottle, so it wasn't easy to do, but also something that helped me get my smell back and make me feel a little okay when I was sick, was my Victoria's Secret Heavenly Perfume. I mean, I've used this since I was in high school. I didn't use it for years. Got a gift certificate one Christmas and was like, you know what? I'm gonna go just get my old favorite perfume. And now I've not stopped having it again for the past 2 years. It is my favorite scent, and it was one of the first things I could smell when that was going on. So I was so grateful for my old trusty that I was like, I gotta talk about it in this video. It's an amazing scent. I think it's amazing, beautiful. It's kind of one of my signature scents that really works well with my body chemistry, but got me through a hard time too, you know, and I would spray it on scrunchie and smell it. Like poor Adam was probably going by the bedroom and just being like, what is she doing in there? There's so many different aromas going on. Also, I pulled out my Bath & Body Works Vanilla Marshmallow Pumpkin Candle, and this has such a strong scent to it that I could immediately smell it. So like I would start with the things I knew I could smell, and every day they'd get a little bit stronger, and then I would go into the oils to get my smell back for my smell therapy. I did this multiple times a day, and then I started being able to taste more as things started progressing. So it's just like, oh, these are the real life things going on in my life right now. So I did want to talk about them in this video before I get into my shout outs for the month. Every month I love shouting you guys out because you are my favorite part of the month every month. Like I said, I loved being able to connect with you guys when I was in isolation for 21 days in my bedroom. Y'all were who I was talking to on a daily basis, and I'm so grateful because I was lonely and I missed everybody and I was exhausted and I needed support, and you guys are awesome. Ooh, one more thing that I have to tell you that's gotten me through the month of June is a YouTube series that has been going on Ryan Trahan's channel. Some of you guys probably already know what I'm talking about with his penny challenge, but if you are just needing this, the world is so heavy right now. Let's be serious. The world is really, really tough and stressful right now. And something that has been a daily joy for me and something that has been a daily joy for Adam, and we actually, when we had to be isolated from each other, we would watch them with our noise canceling headphones at the same time, all of his episodes, and then talk about them via text afterwards. I don't even know how to describe it. I have to pull it up. Ryan Trahan is like a young YouTuber. Like I always, when I saw Adam watching some of his videos, I'm like, I think we're a little too old for this. And this was months back. He's just a really entertaining YouTuber who has a lot of fun energy to him. And he has been doing a series kind of throughout time on his channel about a penny. He'll do these really interesting challenges that seem really interesting. Like he'll start with a penny and buy a house in 1 week. Like what does he do to trade out that penny to then make a little bit more money, to then make a little bit more money, to do these really outlandish things like buy a house for someone else. He also does these interesting challenges of spending time in the world's quietest room or the world's loudest room. He does these really interesting challenges, and I've always kind of like known about him and thought his penny challenge was the most unique and interesting thing because you get to see him figure out these things, and he always does something for someone else. Well, right now he has a whole month series going on, so he's been posting every single day. He wants to go across the country. He started out in LA to take a penny to Mr. Beast, who, as many people know, Mr. Beast is one of those YouTubers that seems to have so much money, but he's always giving it away to people. And he wants to give him a penny because pennies are essentially going extinct. So it's a fascinating little thing where you see him go across the country, and during this process, not only is he just giving Mr. Beast a penny, he is going across America to fundraise Feed America. So every time someone subscribes to his channel, he donates to this cause, to Feed America, and people can donate as they're watching. And if somebody donates $50,000, he gets reset. So say he's built his way up from selling the penny to doing Uber Eats to make some money, or walking dogs to make some money, and say he gets up to $50 to be able to go to the next city to get closer to Mr. Beast, somebody like a big company or Mr. Beast himself, spoiler alert, can donate 50 grand and he goes back to a penny. So he'll be in another state and back to a penny, and he's got to start over again, and he's given himself 30 days to get to Mr. Beast. And all of this money that's being donated goes to such an amazing cause in such a difficult time right now. Past 2 years have been so hard, and it's to Feeding America. And they've already, I think, gotten over 2 million meals. If you need to believe in people, if you need to just believe in humanity again, if you want to just see some good in the world, it is making me tear up because I have been sick and I'm so, it gives you joy. It gives you those warm and fuzzies. I definitely suggest, I'm going to just link his channel below. I'm probably not even doing this justice in this description. Just go check out his first video on this challenge for 30 days and see if you don't get, totally hooked. And he's getting close to the end. So will he do it? We're going to find out. Oh, I did not think that was going to make me get all emotional. Well, I don't even know how sometimes to pick the shout out of the month, because in a month like this where I haven't been able to post very much and I haven't been able, but somehow I still hit 15,100 plus subscribers this month, even though I feel like I have not done a very good job of being on this platform. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for sticking with me and watching these videos when I have just been a little full of anxiety and sick this past month, honestly, if we can be real about it. So it's always hard to sometimes just pick a few people. That's why I feel like I've just started really naming out people. And I know that sometimes I'll repeat people, but it's because y'all are awesome. You guys are just so awesome, and I'm so grateful for you. Kimberly Adams, Karen Prince, Young at Heart, aka Carla, Auntie Liz, girl, I talk to you all the time. Instagram and Facebook. Babyface, I talk to you all the time. I'm seeing a lot of people lately reaching out about hysterectomies, and I love that my hysterectomy series has really started helping so many women and touching so many women. Also, I'm going to slide over here to Instagram because some of y'all have been the main reason I've gotten through. Sherry, Cindy, Rachel, Nicole, Cynthia, Andrea, Rima. There are so many of you, and if I don't say your name, it's not because I don't love you, it's just because it's not pulled up for me at the moment. And there are so many of you, and I'm just so grateful for all of your support. This has been a really hard month, and even before that, it's been a really stressful time. So this really is the best part of my month. Every month, getting to chill out and hang out with my friends and talk about makeup, lifestyle, and just what's been going on. Thank you so much for watching. This is an extremely long video that I hope I have time to edit. I hope if you happen to be new here and this chattiness didn't scare you away at this point, you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on the upcoming videos. I actually have some very exciting new things shipping to me right now that I cannot wait to review for you, give you my thoughts, all of the things. Bye, friends.